I want to now bring in attorney A. Scott Bolden, NewsNation political contributor and former chair of the D.C. Democratic Party. Scott, thank you as always. I've been eager to talk to you because not only were you at Morehouse College when Reverend Jackson announced his first run for president, but your dad also worked with him. You worked with Jesse Jackson Jr. On his congressional campaign. This loss must feel deeply personal to you this morning.
Yeah, you know, just listening at that lead-in, you know, was a walk through history for baby boomers and African-American men, professionals like me. Jesse Jackson was the leadership gap between Martin Luther King Jr. and Barack Obama. Everything in that gap has led to where we are now in 2026 as an African-American economics, politics, social justice. He was the far left before it became somewhat critical to be the far left today. He was an unabashed liberal lion. At Morehouse College, he came there, a training ground for leadership for black men, well known, and he announced in 1984 when I was a senior. And that room, that King Chapel, right, the King International Chapel at Morehouse was electric. Never seen anything like it. He was an incredible orator and spoke with passion. And despite some of his controversial pieces, he was a world leader. And he was an American leader, and he represented the disrespected, the despised, the desperate. And then we still live by lots of his phrases. I bet you know some of them. Keep hope alive.
Yes.
I am somebody.
Our flag is red, white, and blue, but our nation is rainbow. Yeah, absolutely.
That's right. Sew that quilt of our challenges together as one, the Rainbow Coalition. His electrifying speeches in '84 and '88, and despite not ever being elected president, he made us believe that an African American who could put a coalition together, he got 7 million votes. He made Black America believe not just in more equality, but they could achieve political equality where historically there was no room for people of color in the White House or the vice presidency. He led the way. And so as an agent of change, many of them don't succeed. So he didn't succeed as an elected official, but he not only he registered millions of voters that allowed African Americans to hold state offices and national offices. He also created thousands, if not millions, of black millionaires on his Black Wall Street project and his negotiations with these countries because of our spending power. Yeah. He was a force of nature looking back.
And I can hear, the emotion in your voice, Scott, just in the aftermath of the news of his loss. And I'm curious where you think, how he's changed you personally and where you think you'd be without somebody like Reverend Jesse Jackson, who was in your corner and so close to your family.
Yeah, growing up in Joliet, Illinois, my dad was the only African-American lawyer for 20 years. I was going to always be a lawyer, and I was going to be like him. The reality is that Jesse Jackson and my father said I should be better than both of them because I had more opportunities. And as a senior partner at a major international law firm that represents and practices across the country and internationally, I really believe without my father and without Jesse Jackson and all of his lieutenants who gave me some belief that there was nothing I couldn't achieve. And I call it a debt of excellence to them and others who trained me at Morehouse and Howard Law School. And Jesse Jackson was a part of all of that. And I hope I've paid that debt of excellence. And I thought about that as I read about his passing. I owe them a debt of excellence, and I hope I paid it back, and I hope I was better as they wanted me to be.
I have no doubts you've made them proud. Scott Bolden, I know this is tough to talk about this morning. Thank you for sharing your personal insights with us and hopping on early. And man, did he live a full life, and he saw a full life too. Thank you for your time this morning. We'll talk to you again soon, my friend. Absolutely.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.